Hi, FM 1021. It's Althea, and I'm broadcasting here in Reykjavík at Iceland Airwaves with Sólveig
Hi.
from one of my favorite bands, honestly, from the last couple years, Kælan Mikla. One of the greatest things about the festival, I feel like, is like discovering new acts. And I'm sure even as a new act, you've discovered bands that you've like absolutely loved over the years. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong. No, I've been attending Airwaves for a couple of years, and we played, I think, now 6 times. But yeah, before we started playing, I always attended the festival, and I was always recognizing new acts. It was great. It's a really good festival for that.
Okay, so we're going to talk about new acts, but we're first going to talk about your work. You are on your third full-length LP at this point, am I right?
Yeah. We released 3 albums.
It's called, okay, I'm not going to pronounce this right because honestly, my Icelandic is very poor considering how long I've visited. So why don't you pronounce it for me?
It's called Nótt, eftir. It means night by night or night after night.
So one of the things that's like really amazing about it is I feel like that's a good name for it, right? Because it's kind of dark and gothic and like, okay, this is probably going to sound weird, but witchy and like sort of spellbinding. And one of the things I really like about your music is that some bands are really great at either like putting stuff on a record or doing live. You hit that both with sort of that like dark gothy vibe. So why don't you tell me a little bit about, the record came out in 2018, correct?
Yes, 2018. Yeah, we released it on Artifact Records. We are really happy working with Artifact Records. And yeah, the album is about the night and everything that happens in the night. If it's like dreams or being awake at night and insomnia. And at the time we were writing the album, we were all kind of living abroad or touring a lot, so we were really homesick. And the album is also a lot about homesickness and missing Iceland and like the element of Iceland, like the nature, and the whole album is inspired by like folklore from here and the elves and the stones, but it's mainly about the night and insomnia.
So, okay, so we're going to back up for 1 second. One of the things that's sort of fascinating to me is that your band became a band not in the usual way. You sort of started from a very, wow, I picked the worst places to do. So let me just address this for a minute. We're at like Iceland Airwaves where like stuff is happening everywhere. We're actually filming in a coat room because by a bathroom, because this is how much we love Kælan Mikla. Am I saying it right? Kælan Mikla. Like, you know, if you want to get a band right after their show, this is how you need to do it. Like on the fly, behind a bathroom, people are going to walk in front of you and get their coats, and like this is how it works. But let's get back to your album. So like, why don't you sort of talk about the fact that like, so it's very poetic, and because our audience doesn't speak Icelandic, maybe you can sort of talk about how like it developed from poetry into what it is now and sort of what the subject matter is.
Yeah, I mean, we started out when we were 17. Yeah, and we
Total kids. You're still a kid.
I'm still a kid. Yeah. We've been active now almost 7 years, and we started in 2013. Yeah, in a poetry competition, just actually next door in the city library, and we were all like, it was aimed for the poems, and we always surrounded our music around the poems. And we started out that I was playing the drums, and I didn't know how to play the drums. I'm actually a classical musician, and Maggie was playing the bass, just everything that she wanted to play, and Levi was screaming and shouting the poems that we were writing. And after that, we just kind of developed, and because we are so young, we have kind of like made our music developed with us. So each time we have a new feeling, we like put it out in our music, and we've really developed Kælan Mikla as we grow as just individuals. And the first albums, they were all about, you know, kind of being a teenager. It's like teenage angst, really, but in a really poetic way with, you know, fairy tales in between. And but now we, I don't know, we are more grown up. We know.
What would you say is the main difference now when you write music versus when you were teenagers?
The main we understand it better. We have like more ability to like, if we have an idea, we understand better like how to make that idea happen instead of like having an idea and then like taking years to try to understand how can I put this idea out. So I think that's the best developing thing that we have.
Just a couple more quick questions, and then we'll wrap this up so people can get their coats because it's cold here in Iceland. I wanted to ask, are you working on anything new right now?
Yes, we are.
Can you tell me a little, give us a little tidbit?
We have been writing a lot of new music, and we are gonna record it in December and January, and then we go on tour in February for like a month, and then we go to some festivals, and then in April we're gonna finish a new album, or that's the plan right now, but we'll see. We have a lot boiling inside of us.
Okay, and the other thing I want to ask, I cannot help but bring this up. So Robert Smith, who is like a god for many of us from The Cure, actually like endorsed you on 3 different festivals. How did that work? And like, has he given you any advice?
We have no idea how he found us. He just sent us an email. First it was for the Meltdown Festival in
2018, right?
Yes, last year.
In London?
In London, yeah. And then just 2 weeks after that, we played the 40th anniversary of The Cure in Hyde Park. And then just a month ago, we played Pasadena Daydream Festival.
Yeah. So he brought you along for the entire tour of what this whole big celebration, like this whole 40-year anniversary.
Yeah,
of The
he
Cure has
did,
been
yeah.
These 3 huge festival shows. And
Yeah.
he brought you along.
Yes, we're really happy and grateful, and it's been a great experience, and we're really excited to see what happens.
It's crazy that you have no idea how he found you, but so you have met him. Any advice, or what was it like meeting him for the first time?
The first time I met him, it was just a chaos, and we were like, hi, and he was like, hi, nice to meet you, and he had some bodyguards, but
He is Robert Smith, after all.
But yeah, we were talking to him, and then actually in Pasadena, we talked a lot together in the backstage. We're just talking about really, literally everything.
Did you have to take off your shoes so that you could be on the same height with Robert?
No. No, I think we're all the same size, except the girls are smaller. I'm the tallest one. He's given us advices. Maybe we'll.
Like what advice?
He wants us to have a drummer.
I think that's good advice.
Hey. One of my favorite albums of all time is Faith, and there's no drummer on
That's
that
also my favorite album.
Yeah, so there's no drummer on that album, so he can just
Hey.
he can let you develop a longer period.
I mean, I appreciate his advice, because just him advising me something, I really appreciate just that he actually cares about it enough to have an what do you call it?
Have an opinion about it. I mean, the fact
Yes,
is
exactly.
that the fact that he doesn't need to wrap anyone under his wing, and the fact that he does, I think, says a lot about how great you guys are. Honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so last few things. Glad that we covered all that. So 2010s, we were talking about how we're ending a cusp of Iceland Airwaves. You've gone to a few of them. I know you're super young. How many years have you gone to Airwaves?
Played Airwaves.
No, just played or gone.
Just attended.
Both.
I think I've attended every year since I was even 14, because when I was 14 I used to go on off venues, and then when I became older I was able to buy a ticket and stuff. So.
Okay, so you can tell me this. What is your favorite 2010s, since we're about to end them, favorite musical moment of both yours or something you saw that just blew your mind?
2010?
From 2010s, the last 10 years.
Oh, actually, my favorite moment was when I was, I think, 16 or something, or 15. I was in a clothing store at an off-venue gig of some electronic band, and it was just a really small Icelandic band, and I saw them and I thought they were amazing, and I was like, I want to make music also. And it was just kind of inspiring because it was so small. And yeah, but of course I've seen bigger acts, but I think that was my most memorable one. It was just in a clothing store, a band, and yeah, we were just doing what they wanted to do.
Okay, and my last question is when you think about the 2020s, as you guys are going forward to the next decade, what is the one thing that you hope you accomplish musically?
We want to release a new album, and personally, I would just like my feelings and everything I have in my heart and the girls' heart to be able to come out in our music. Just making music is my favorite part, so that is my accomplishment goals.
Awesome. I think we got everything we need. Thank you for putting up with being in a, what are we, in a coat room between a boys' bathroom and a women's bathroom, and this is how you report from Iceland Airwaves 2019. Signing off for me and
Sólveig, thank you.
and
Kælan, Mikla, yes.
Thanks for taking the time. This was great.